have people who randomly meet me at the gym, for instance, and say, I'm here because of you.
Oh.
My blood pressure was a horrendous amount, but now it's more controlled. Sometimes I ask myself, why? Why exactly are you doing what you're doing?
But there was a time you got so much love when you had your surgery.
Ooh. I closed my left eye and I could see it from my right eye. And I was like, okay, I closed my right eye. And I screamed because I was completely blind on my left eye. And I spoke for 15 minutes, teaching people how to be healthy in the time
going through
where I was blind. I was like, only thing that is logical is that there is a tumor in my head or there's a swollen blood vessel somewhere. She goes, God forbid it's not your portion. I'm like, God forbid it's not my portion, but I'm going to the check MRI now.
Right now. Yeah.
Then you're on the MRI machine, it's just white.
Yeah.
I could look at it and I was like, is this it?
Yeah.
And I remember going back into the car, and for the first time in a very long time, I cried.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another I'm calling it today's one, educating and interesting episode of the Dear Ife Series. Here, we bring in our stories, the stories written by you to me, and then we bring in people who are wise, who know what they're saying, to help us dissect the stories and also give their opinions on it. These people also talk about themselves and their life experiences, and I'm glad to have someone today with me. Before I introduce this person to you, anytime I see this person's video, I say, what now? What do we have to hear now? What do we have to learn today, for God's sake? Doctor extraordinaire, health coach extraordinaire, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, content creator extraordinaire. In fact, where do I start from? Welcome, the delectable and the inspiring and intelligent Aproko Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever smiled at a 1 minute video and still gotten angry? Like somebody will be telling you something like, it's funny, but stop. Don't tell me not to eat meat. No, it's crazy. Welcome.
Why do I feel like you set me up?
In what
When
way?
you say we calling wise people, that's the problem.
But you have sense now.
People now assume
That you have sense. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, you have sense, because there's a lot of, even if the content are being created to educate, I can also see that there's wisdom behind it, and that's why you're here.
Let's just agree with you.
Agree with me, please. You're on my show. You must agree with me. When you were in uni and studying medicine, did you think that you are going to be everybody's doctor?
Funny enough, no. I wanted to be a surgeon, but plastic surgeon.
What skincare are you using?
I drink water in my mind.
You liar. You liar. Because did you tell me you use that dang sunscreen?
I protect my skin from the sun.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. You wanted to be a surgeon?
Yes, I actually wanted to be a plastic surgeon. But there was one particular experience that changed everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a man coming into the hospital with his son. And I became friends with his son. But that was like my first interaction with patients.
Mm-hmm.
We call it medical posting, M1 posting, and we got to interact. And part of what you're expected to do is to get information from these people, interpret that information, and get to a diagnosis. And he had a transient stroke. A transient stroke is like...
I was going to ask me, please.
So there's stroke that went to secondary school, and the stroke that went to primary school. The
Which one
transient
is
stroke
one?
is the one that went to primary school.
Oh.
That not yet graduates.
Okay.
A couple of years later, I was preparing for my final exam. And we needed to practice on patients. Sorry, if you're in teaching hospital, that's just what it is. And I got back to the ward, and here was the same man again, admitted. This time he had another stroke. And it got me thinking, was it that this man doesn't understand what a stroke was? Or, I mean, you've had the first time. Life gave you a second chance. I don't expect you to be here again. And in my conversation with him and a couple of people, I got to understand that a lot of people don't actually understand. So we have people who are literates, but they are not health literates, right?
Yeah.
And
that's the health literate people are a very small percentage.
Yes. You know,
that I found out.
Yes, they're actually a very small percentage.
Yeah, they are.
You know, there are certain things that are not really understood, especially how it affects you. And it's worse when it you go to a place that's rural, which is where I practice, and I just, yes, like, you know what, we have to do something to stop this. Let's start teaching people out there and putting it out there. And I started with, Facebook, but it was my friends and my classmates, and nobody send you like that. You make a post, you get 2 likes, 2 people view it, you and yourself. And I almost got discouraged because I really wanted to help. And one day something happened in the hospital where I was working, and I told a story about it. Of course, protecting the identity of my clients, and it went viral. And that's when something clicked.
Twitter, no?
Yes, that was on Twitter. And something clicked in my head. Like, people love stories.
Yeah, people do.
And then we started to twist stories and tell stories and add a bit of humor, basically just to get information across.
When did this become a proper business? And I mean that because, you cannot be creating content without a strategy to continue. When did you know that, I need to put structure to this?
It was 2018, 2019, there about that period. And I got in touch with somebody who looked at what I was doing. I was like, I think there's possibility. There's something here. Let me help you, see where I think it should go. But unfortunately, that relationship didn't work out simply because he wanted to make me a celebrity, and I wanted to
just teach.
Yeah,
fame
is part of what happens, but
first,
let's teach. I wanted to have value behind the fame. So the value behind the fame is the fact that the average person on the streets is being impacted by what you're doing, and that was what mattered for me. And unfortunately, we had to part ways.
Yes. But then, did you continue by yourself, or you found somebody else who helped you to structure
at first? Continued by myself at first, and kept building it. Right now, we've morphed into a production house called Buzz Bucket Production.
What do you guys produce?
We produce health stories, and that's how I like to say it. Short movies, sketches, skits. We have one coming. I don't know when this video is going to be released, but we have one coming very soon.
Where is it going to be released?
For now, the funny thing is, we keep getting that question. Where's it going to be released? Yeah. People don't take you seriously until it feels like you've made a film that's showed in the cinemas.
Ain't nobody care about that no more. Olden days.
Yes.
Now.
But let's look at it this way. The people I'm trying to reach,
are they going to the
cinema? Don't have cinema.
They don't go to that. In fact, the small data they have, let me quickly check Aproko Doctor on Instagram.
Exactly.
So anybody going.
So we're focusing on distribution of our, and that's why we require a lot of partnerships, especially with agencies that are forward thinking. They're able to see, this is how it impacts people, and this is how we're going to help. So we're just trying to distribute it, especially
as many places as possible.
Yes,
that's fine. As long as somebody, 1 or 2 people have seen it, I'm sure. First of all, your intention is already done.
Yeah.
Then we're in the age of social media.
We have a lot of testimonies actually. There's one that gave me so much fire to continue what I was doing. And this was a period when I was feeling very down. It was in 2019. We made a story about how to help somebody. A baby was choking, for instance. And this woman somewhere in Abuja reads the story, and you would assume she forgot about it, but she kept it in her head somewhere. And one day, her last daughter swallowed the earring of her elder daughter, of the elder sister, and it got into the windpipe. And so this child was choking. The husband was around,
I should remember.
and the husband wanted to force water down this baby's throat because when somebody's choking,
just drink water.
Just drink water.
Yeah.
And she saw the child choking, remembered the story I told, the manner in which it was told, did the same thing, and saved that baby's life. So when she told me that, it was like, you're not just having views for the sake of
it. People's lives. You will hear somebody saying, Aproko Doctor said we should not. And it's not that we're watching the video. It's just that somebody say, he said we should not do this. I don't forget. I'll do it. But it says something that you are subconsciously imparted knowledge, and it stays there. And that when it's needed, it's actually useful. I was going to ask you if you have a testimony of somebody who has come to you. This one is good, but who has come to you in most recent time to say, what you said, I did, and look at my life now.
This is one. I have people who randomly meet me at the gym, for instance, and say, I'm here because of you. My blood pressure was was a horrendous amount, but now it's more controlled.
Oh.
I used to weigh 120 kg, now I'm this. And because of that, we even started a community events, a community group called Exercise with Aproko Nation.
I saw that on Twitter.
Every 2 weeks, we just come together, exercise, share wins, and all that. Because, yes, you've taught people, but if you don't provide the enabling environment for them to carry out what they've learned, you haven't really helped. And from where I sit, is going around the country soon. Anyway, having one need to go.
Love it. Love it. Question. What did Emeka and Nkechi do to you? No. Because as we're thinking, which name will I be using as general name? How did we enter? And it's Toko.
Yeah, it did. It did. So the story I tell that people is that Emeka stole my babe, and my name is Nkechi. Just so you recognize it. But the true story is, you cannot speak to people in a language they can't understand. And one of the things about storytelling, the storytelling needs characters that people can see themselves in. I agree. And Emeka for the males, Nkechi for the females. And it just kind of stuck. I know people ask me, why don't you use other names like Femi, Bimbo? Sometimes I do. But if you understand the peculiarity of where we live, best to just use the P.
It's what they'll say.
Let's just it's understandable. Let's not wake something that.
Yes, I know. So okay. That's understandable. Do you feel responsible? Do you feel like you have a weight of responsibility? I asked this because for me, when it comes to Dang, I just feel like when it comes to women issues, you don't ask me, but I shall take it upon myself sometimes because I just feel like, do you feel that people trusting that anything you say is true? Yes. Was that not weigh you down? Or put on you some kind of burden, responsibility burden?
I think both ways you've put it actually work. This is going to feel like therapy. It feels like there's a lot of weight on my shoulders. And this is coming from a no-holds-barred, just talk about it space. And I feel that way because nobody asked me to do this. I just
took it
upon myself and said, you know what, we're going to make it work, whether or not it does. And when you look at the fact that sometimes the easy way is out, and then people like myself are still here.
Still going.
And irrespective of how hard it is, sometimes I ask myself, why? Why exactly are you doing what you're doing? Is it because you have some sort of savior complex somewhere and you feel without you? To be honest, I haven't really explored that. But I know that someone has to try. You know, they've told us so many stories. Nigeria is never going to work. And they only win when we believe those stories.
They win when we believe.
Yes.
So we have to keep trying.
You just have to be stubborn, basically. But then again, you now realize that people are beginning to carve their lives around what you say.
Oh, yeah.
And it's important that whatever you put out there helps. And that's why, as much as I can, I try to not lose the lesson in the humor. So there is the lesson that has to be taught. There's a story around it. Don't make the story the highlights. The lesson is still the highlights, but just put the story around it. And because of that, there's even allowed us to find other ways to just keep people healthy. I mean, we live in a country where, first of all, we have a very small number of people who are on health insurance, for crying out loud.
Oh yes, we're working on that.
Exactly.
If you ask people, many times I've asked people on the Dank platform, who has health insurance? And because I'm not selling any health insurance, and I don't know any that I can put. I mean, we do in the company, but I don't want to stand in for anybody that I'm not sure about. But you guys have health insurance? No.
And then the people who have health insurance is deducted that source. They've taken it from their salary before it gets to them. So most times, probably because people can afford it, people are fighting for food.
Is it health insurance?
Is it health insurance that's... Come on, think about it. And so we have a systematic problem. And if we do not find ways to help this problem. One of the things that are really affecting people right now is what we call NCDs, non-communicable diseases. There are things like hypertension, diabetes, and whether we like it or not, people are falling ill.
Yeah.
And we don't realize it, but people are one sickness away from poverty.
Yep. I was going to ask you that.
That's all it takes. Just one illness. Your entire family, everything around you is poor.
Yep.
And we have to do something in order to help that. So if you can change their behaviors, you've changed their lifestyle. If you've changed their lifestyle, you've improved the chances of them being healthy. You've given them a chance at wealth.
Well, exactly. Maybe working harder.
Living longer to even, enjoy.
See that I can make some money, and not be sickly while at it. So even though you feel the weight on your shoulders, you know that you have to keep going.
Yep.
Because do you think this is a purpose? Do you ever say it like that, like purpose in life?
I do. I say, I've owned it. This is what I've dedicated my life to. There are times when you're forced to compare yourself with other people sometimes, and especially now when we have a lot of wins without any quotes and unquotes.
I will not mention.
Yeah. This is the generation that has a lot of wins without any. There's something you call wealth without
substance.
It's not substance. Substance is not a word I'm looking for. You can't tell. There's so much win, but there's no value added to the society. So to speak.
They're not doing anything for society. Really, it's about them.
Yeah. So I said, well, shouldn't I just focus on myself at some point? Just make this about me and just, get the win, and then we focus on the people later. But no matter how many times I think about it, because I won't lie, I actually do, you just find yourself, what can we do about the people? How can we help more people? How can we collaborate? And it has permeated everything that at some point I just say, you know what, I think this is just my purpose. And when I look at it, everything in my life seems to have built up to this particular moment.
Absolutely.
My mom told me something. So at some point growing up, I sold pap by the roadside. I would have my bucket of pap in small containers. There's an
Which one? Is it the pap that you already packed? Or that one that it's there and there's water on top?
No. Already packed.
Already packed in
I was not much of a handyman growing up. So already packed. All I needed to do was just count it, put it in there. Yes. And I would sit down by the side of the junction, and there's this lamb they call atukpa. Yes. So atukpa, and I'll have my book. And I was reading just stories. I love novels because novels gave me the opportunity to escape from where I was into other places. So I would visit Pennsylvania sometimes. I'm in New York. I would just visit a lot of stories. I loved fantasy novels because they helped me create worlds in my head. But then she mentioned something that I would have a lot of people gather around me, especially my age mates. And I would just be teaching them. I was the loudest one in the group, which was interesting because I'm more of an introvert than an extrovert. But when I come across knowledge, I'm excited to share it. So I would be teaching them, and my dad would come around, and everybody would just disperse.
Normal.
Everybody just sit there. And when she said that, I went back thinking, I was like, but that's exactly what I'm doing now. Sharing knowledge, empowering people with knowledge. That's what I'm excited to do. It's just, this is health. And I just found myself doing it. When I got into school, I got distracted because growing up, I used to think of myself as a gifted child, right? I couldn't dance for shit.
Can you dance now?
Still can't.
Okay.
But I could sing, I could act, I could tell stories. I was basically creative. And looking at all this now, there seems to be a coming together of everything.
Everything led you here.
Yes, and it's purpose.
It's definitely purpose. I absolutely
it's
agree.
Purpose.
Has there been any time, because I'm not aware of any, that you have shared information that was contested?
Oh yes.
Tell us.
Quite a number of times. Sometimes it's the language
that you use.
Yes. And I think it was also because people did not understand the intent. Right? I know there was one particular time This was way back. It was very way back. I shared a story about a lady who had remnants of a miscarriage left in her. And the only way you can describe it was that there was a stench.
The remnant in the stench or stench from her?
Stench from her.
Oh.
You know, because it has been in her for quite a while. She had sepsis. It was bad. And I described it. But I was focused on the story.
Not the words that would pass across.
Exactly. I was trying to pass across the intensity of the stench. I think the words I used were, it smelled like a dead rat.
Ooh.
Right? I got so much flack for that.
Yeah.
Oof. I was described as someone who had no empathy.
For women.
For women.
Yes.
I was called a misogynist. I was called everything you could think.
Did you think at the time you felt like people were rooting for you to make a mistake?
Yes.
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 Because I remember now. I didn't, when I was thinking about it, but now I remember the story.
There
and I felt to me that like it was like they're waiting on you. You cannot be this.
So much flack.
How did you feel?
I was wondering where it was coming from.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand it. And because it was one of the first times this was happening, I was like, you know what? I think I'm doing too much.
I'm done. Let me relax.
I'm done. It's not me that's key. No.
I'm not the problem.
I'm not the problem.
Yes.
Yes. Why are you trying to kill the messenger?
Yes.
There are other ways you could have told me that my language could be better.
For where?
But no.
You must
shoot
collect.
him, kill the message,
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for the support system I had around me because I would always complain to them. I don't like this. I don't like that. And
said keep going.
Bro, just keep going.
Yes.
You know what you're trying to do because I shared it with them first. You know what you're trying to do. Here's what you're trying to do. Just do it. I thought that was the end because the person it came from was someone I didn't know. And I have this knack of not, if I put it this way now, it's paint me as a bad person. Unless I have like a really more interactions with you, it's very difficult for me to remember because I meet a lot of people.
Yeah, but that's not about them.
People think you're just proud.
Okay.
So let's just see. And I got another flack one day when someone who I looked up to, she's in the acting industry, I'm not going to mention her name, the acting industry, quoted one of my tweets way back in the past and told me there's a very serious lack of empathy from you guys, you know. And it was almost like there was a beef against Nigerian doctors.
Oh, so
and I was the poster boy.
Of course, you're the poster boy in front.
I was the poster boy in
collect.
front. I was just collecting left, right, center. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to ignore everybody, but I'm going to respond to you.
So hard.
And I had a thread. It was a long thread. I tried as much as I could not to insult, not to give back, but I was like, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And the fact that you don't understand it means it's not for you. You're not my target audience. And I think that thread was both to her and myself and to the public because
let me tell you people.
Yes, because when I go back and read it, I'm like, yeah, now I'm articulating in clear words what I'm trying to do. And in this articulation, I have identified who my target audience was, who my target audience is. And it's Emeka and Nkechi. And for the people who do not have access, you don't worry yourself.
Don't worry yourself about me.
Don't worry yourself about me.
Yeah.
And I think that gave me a kind of peace. That I was like, you know what? I would stop. It also did something for me, and probably this is the first time everybody's going to hear this. I used to struggle with people pleasing.
You wanted to be, everybody must think I'm nice. Everybody must
think I'm nice. Everybody must like me. Everybody must do this. Everybody must do that. And at some point, I was like, nah, it's okay.
Don't like me, please.
To be disliked.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Don't like me. Am I giving value? Yes. Are the people I'm giving value appreciative of that value? Yes. That's all that matters.
It's fine.
It's fine. Every other person, I really don't care about.
There's a place you get to in life that has to be ingrained in the heart.
Yes, it is
if
now.
not.
Yes, it is now.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
it
just
is
going
now.
to be.
And ever since
What
then,
What did I do?
it has reduced stress.
Yeah.
Aproko, they are saying this about
it's okay.
you.
It's okay.
I'm like, Let's not even tweet it, say.
Or like it.
Or like it, say. You know.
Yeah, whatever I say, I'm what I am.
Yes.
Yeah. Because there's a bigger thing. There are bigger things.
So
Not even one.
much.
There's so much to do. One person, two people, it's okay. And guess what? It will pass.
Everybody will be fine.
Everybody will be fine.
We'll
Just
move on.
sitting on that and worrying. But there was a time you got so much love.
Yeah.
When you had your surgery.
Ooh.
Did you think that you were that loved? Because it was a lot of love.
To be honest, I think that was also one of the most humbling moments in my life. It's like, wow, this is something.
This is good. Yeah.
This is something. It gave me so much fire back.
Yeah.
But the fire, the love from the people acted more as a reminder. But the fire came from the surgery itself, right?
For people who don't know, can you tell us?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm talking like, we all know what the story is.
So,
but yes.
Let's just say I was going to be a good husband. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Marriage looks good on you. You're glowing in a
differently.
Special, yeah.
Thank you.
So, I was driving to the mall, and would never forget that day. My right eye felt funny. No, my left eye actually felt funny. I was like, what's going on? Moved my glasses, cleaned it, put it back on, and just kept driving. And I came back home that day and I spoke to my wife and I told her, look, there's that feeling in my right eye that I don't get it. And she goes all spiritual. She goes all, nothing is ever going to happen to your eye. It shuts. Are you
a spiritual person?
I am. So she puts her hand on my shoulder. Sometimes the spiritual and the medical,
I wanted to ask you, like, where is the line?
They battle a lot.
We need to talk about that after the story.
But we'll talk about that. They battle a lot.
Yeah.
So, she prays for me, and I'm like, okay. And the next day, I'm supposed to host an event at Yaba, Unilag to be precise. And I go to the event, but that feeling just doesn't go out. And
what kind of pain is it?
It wasn't a pain. It was just a funny. Just felt like my eye was in mine. I don't know how to explain it. And I was like, you know what? Let me check this eye out. The people who I was there to host had not started. I go upstairs to the last floor where I was alone by myself. And I was like, okay, let me test myself by myself. And I closed my left eye. And I could see it from my right eye. And I was like, okay, I closed my right eye. And I screamed. Because I was completely blind on my left eye. I was like, wait.
You had to do that test to know?
Yeah.
Because this means that your
compensation.
Yes. One was
It just compensates.
Yeah.
It's just cloud. It was a lot of cloud. And you could just see specks in pieces. But, try it out.
Please, let me try.
Yeah.
I can see.
I was like, okay. No, so don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't panic. It's probably glaucoma, or it's probably something is wrong with your retina somewhere. I never thought about tumors.
Yeah.
And so I go to this person who was who invited me to the event, and I said, look, bro, I can't see out of my left eye. I really need to speak now and leave. And in hindsight, he probably thought I was trying to squirm my way out of a commitment, because I was like, nah, I'm not. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And he says, okay, we'll shorten your speaking time to 15 minutes. I spoke for 15 minutes, teaching people how to be healthy in the time
going through
where I was blind. I was like, okay, this is what you need to do. But then again, the message is the message.
Yeah.
Now I quickly drive back home, and I drive back home, go straight to drive back with a bad eye, which is why.
But did you now notice it? Sometimes you don't see.
As at the time when it was now clear that it was just there. I was like, you know what? I can't let go of this. I just need to. So I was driving back. I was more conscious of my left side, and I go to the optometrist, and I say, you know what? Check the pressure in my right eye. And the optometrist goes, oh, Aproko Doctor, it's chills.
Oh boy, check the pressure.
Check the pressure
of course.
In my left eye. And she checks the pressure and says, your pressure is fine. I was like,
really?
Check my retina. So retina is like the film at the back of your eye. That's what.
I just had my eye checked, so
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It's
So
going to be-
she checked the retina. Says your retina is fine. I was like, can I see a picture of it? She shows me a picture of it. I had a retina, sweet retina.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
So you knew.
I knew. Immediately she showed me her retina and it was fine. And my pressure was fine. I was like, nah, something is in my brain somewhere.
Yeah.
And I called my wife and I'm like, babe, I'm at the hospital. I'm going right now to do an MRI. She said, like, why are you doing an MRI? I said, I've checked my eye pressure. It's fine. I've checked this. It's fine. The only thing that is logical is that there is a tumor in my head or there's a swollen blood vessel somewhere. She goes, God forbid, it's not your posture. I'm like, God forbid, it's not my posture, but I'm going to the check my MRI now.
Right now. Yeah.
And so I do the MRI and halfway during the MRI, the technician comes in and says, we need to inject something into your veins to be able to see clearer. At that point, the only thing I could do was just stare upward because then you're on the MRI machine. It's just white.
Yeah.
I could look at it and I was like, is this it?
Yeah.
Because then they couldn't even tell me what they could see. And I appreciate that because all they could tell me was, we'll wait for the doctor to interpret it before. But I'm like, just tell me.
Did you see it? Did you see the scan?
The scan. They couldn't even let me. Yes, they did. So they give you the film.
Yeah.
And I could see because I had, you have at least some background level of not a consultant, but you could tell. I could tell that. Oh shit.
Something is going on here.
But then I needed the doctor to tell me.
Yeah.
I needed the radiologist to be able to highlight properly what was there. And I remember going back into the car that's parked in front of the radiology department. And for the first time in a very long time, I cried.
Oh.
While I was crying, the logical and medical part of my brain told me, if it's a swollen blood vessel in your head, crying could make it worse because it's increasing your blood pressure.
Stop crying.
And I was like, stop crying. Stop crying. Deal with it. Stop crying.
You don't need tears at this point.
Stop crying. You've done enough. I was like, okay, where to next?
Yeah.
I drove, went to hospital, and they told me, we'll get the consultant to come see you, blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, I didn't feel my instincts fought against the hospital. It's one of the best hospitals in Lagos. My instincts just said, no, not here.
Not here.
I mean, you look around and I can see all the machines. Everything is, I'm in a proper top-notch hospital. And I'm sitting there and my instincts are saying, no, not here. And I had paid for stuff. And I just stood up. I told the doctor I'd like to go. It was like, okay, so I'd like to go and come back. Just so that, fight's no good day. So I'd like to go and come back. I'm like, why do you? I said, I just want to go and come back. Can you at least give me that? But yes, I leave. I told my wife, I said, I think we need somewhere else. She was like, why? It's a good hospital. I'm like, I don't know.
It's just not, I'm not.
It just doesn't sit well here. I was like, okay. And then we find another hospital, Lagoon, and I spoke to the doctor. The doctor already knew I was coming. Somebody had told him. And I'm like, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll have the surgery on so day. And then that day comes and they then say, we're not going to have the surgery on that day. I'm like, why? Well, like something happened to both Nigeria. Just leave it that way. And they pushed my surgery for about 2 weeks.
So what was in your brain? But I need you to tell us in Emeka and Nkechi English so we can understand.
So basically, in Emeka and Nkechi's English, there's from your eyes to your brain, there's a wire that connects it.
Okay.
Like
Just one wire.
The two become one. Just
all types of okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so that there's wiring connection there.
Okay.
Now there's something that looks like and I feel like the women will understand better. Fibroid. Just think of what a fibroid feels like. It's not cancer, but it's a growth that can continue to grow. And is sitting on that particular wire. There's the optic.
Stressing the wire out.
Yes, stressing the wire out. And that's what's leading to the blindness. Which, if you notice, when I went to check the pressure was fine. Check retina was fine. The only explanation was that something was behind. And that's where it was sitting up.
Okay.
The problem was
it is placed in such a way that normally the kind of surgery I was supposed to do was where I just go to the theater, lie down, they go through my nose, cut, and then just bring it out. But they said it was positioned in such a way that there's a blood vessel, there's another major nerve. If they make a mistake and touch that blood vessel, you see white lights, and you enter into his glory.
Yeah, you keep going.
You just keep going, and they had to go through. So it cut out a section of my skull, brought it out.
I see this guy.
Yeah. Brought it out, cut through the muscle, go through the brain, and then just you get it. Now, before then, was actually something that was supposed to be just easy for me. I decided in my mind, you know what, I was going to do this. But there are risk factors, as with every surgery. You could not make it out of the theater alive. That happens. You could come out and die. That could also happen. You could bleed on the table. You could have, because it's the brain, there are many things that happen. You could lose function of either
many things,
because that's like the major brain.
Yeah,
I say it's the major brain. It's the major
control of the body.
Of the body. So there was a lot of fear. But someone told me something before I walked into that place and said, hope you know that the sight lost is sight lost. So you're not going to regain any form of sight. And
if you lose it, that's it.
Yeah, if you lose it, that's it. That the eyes are not that forgiving. And I was like, now I'm going to see. I need to see. But I came out of surgery, immediately I could see. Both eyes. The only challenge right now is at this, I can't see this. What my hand is doing.
I can't see it too now.
Yeah.
Okay, I should move forward. Okay.
I can.
So the what do you call this?
The peripheral.
Peripheral, yeah.
So
I sabi.
So I have a bit of problem with periphery. So it means I have to turn my head, but then
that's it, like nothing.
Compared to total. It's fine. But all the videos people watched throughout December were shot while I was, because the blindness increased from one eye to both eyes and just kept getting worse. Because I didn't have my surgery in time, so I needed to wait. Every day I waited.
Got worse.
It got worse. There was a lot of anxiety. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of uncertainty. I was worried. Could this be it? Basically. But I called the small team I had together and I said, okay, you know what? I'm going into surgery on the 18th. We have 2 weeks.
Let's shoot.
Blindly.
Let's shoot.
And in between those shoots, I was having the worst headaches of my life. But shoots, we would take numerous breaks. It got so bad that I couldn't see the person behind camera. Yeah.
What was your wife going through at this time? Like, she was the closest person to you. What was she going through?
That man is strong. She had her own times when, I would look at her and I'm like, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
She would say, nah, I'm good.
Was she?
I don't think she was.
Yeah.
And I would tell her, you're going to cry, just don't know when. Because you're going to have to process all
these things. Yeah.
You're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to cry. I'll just pray it out and that's
it.
Like, okay. Just shall know you're going to cry.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
You're going to cry. And when she eventually cried was when the doctor gave me the consent form to fill. And so...
It was real then.
It was real. It was no longer a joke, But the funny thing was, when the doctor told me, for the sake of clarity, I have to say this again. Here are the side effects. Here are the risks. Here are the things that could happen. There was a sudden fear that just came on me. I'm like, I don't think I want to do this surgery anymore.
You want to remain blind? Because you could die. You could die, but that headache was going to continue, no?
I could die.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? Nah, I think it's just fine. But
Yeah.
then again, you don't know. The tumor had been growing. It could
Yeah.
continue to grow. It could continue to grow. It could get so
Yeah.
likely to come in, and then you die eventually.
Yeah.
But so much happened within those 15 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just do this.
Yeah.
I signed. Then we got into the theater, and at the theater, I was still conversing with the anesthesiologist.
You were not awake, no?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Yeah.
I was, but before they
Before
went
then,
to sleep, I was talking to the anesthesiologist. We're having a good time. We're just chatting. It was like, oh, you're shivering. Are you cold? I'm like, it's the theater.
It's cold in here. Yes.
It's cold.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, I'll give you something to help you feel better a bit. And why don't
He's a liar. He's not giving anything. I know.
I was gone. Woke up.
Yeah.
And the first thing I asked, I think I woke up twice. So when the first waking up I did was, I woke up and I was jerking. I knew I was jerking. And I was like, these people have messed up my brain.
Because why am I jerking?
Why am I jerking?
This is like more of shivering. Because I hear when you come out of the theater, you have that.
Remember, I am just coming out of surgery.
So everything
my brain has not processed what was going on.
Yeah.
I just knew I am violently shaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, these people have messed up my brain.
Hey, God.
But as I was violently shaking, the logical part of me, so I think I deal with, part of my coping mechanism is I analyze a lot. Stops me from panicking. And because I've come to realize that panicking doesn't solve
You analyze and rationalize.
Rationalize.
Yes, yeah.
I think rationalize and analyze.
Yeah, because let me make this make sense so that I don't panic.
I just need to make it make sense.
Yeah.
So as I was violently shaking, another part occurred to me. I was like, if you're having a seizure, you're not conscious. The fact that you know you're violently shaking means it's not a seizure. I was like, okay.
Calm down.
Okay, calm down. But why am I violently shaking? And I heard someone say, I think it's hypothermia. His body temperature is too low. We need to warm him up. Warm me back to sleep again. And I went to expect. And I woke up another time. This time I was a little bit calmer. And I woke up, I looked around. I was like, okay.
And it was clear.
It was clear. I was like, yeah, well, I can see that, man. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Let me take this off.
I'll take this as, we'll do the rest
Yeah.
later. Call my family
Oh, the
together.
relief.
It was so much relief.
Uh,
I thought that was when everything had ended.
Ah.
No, it wasn't. A couple of days after my surgery, I think because of the trauma my brain had went through, started to swell. And I noticed that I could think of the word, but I couldn't say.
Oh. What do you call
no aphasia?
Yes.
I know what it is. I just can't say it.
Oh.
It was frustrating.
Did this start immediately you got out of surgery or just a gradual process?
It was a gradual process. I think it pushed me to become one of the biggest cunts ever. Forgive my French. I was unbearable.
Oh.
Because my whole life
frustrating.
was centered around me talking.
Talking.
And now I can't talk.
So everyone was, they were collecting.
Everyone around me. So,
who were people around you?
oh, my wife, my brother, my friends. My wife collected more of it, because she would try as much as she could to help me through it. I'm like, no, I don't need. Because it was frustrating. I couldn't talk.
You couldn't talk, you couldn't remember. So when you want to say something to somebody, I want to tell you to shift.
I just don't know how
right?
to
To say.
I just don't know how to say it.
What were the words coming out of your mouth at all?
I just kept quiet. At some point, I said it right.
Oh.
Because I'm like,
Oh,
you know what? Just look at it.
just give me a pen.
Just give me a pen. I think my sister-in-law came around and she was like, she got me to play chess with her. I can play chess. Like, okay. At least he's not dumb. It's still part of his brain,
Yeah.
But just saying, it was like, I think she held a banana and it was like, banana, say banana. I was like,
if I throw this banana.
What do you mean say banana? What do you make a child to?
Yeah. Hey.
But eventually started to relieve
But did you know what was happening? I'm sure you knew.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
But it was just frustrating.
And the doctor will tell you, you have to go through it. It will.
Yeah. But then again, you are dealing with the brain. So a lot of things are, this is what we expect should happen. However,
when it
could go left.
Yeah.
It could go right, And eventually, I think that period actually taught me something. It taught me that you really need a support system. No matter how, quote and unquote, purpose-driven, hardworking, workaholic, whatever you think you do.
When push comes to shove.
When push comes to shove, you need people.
Yeah, you do. Did you apologize to your wife for being...
Oh, yes, I did. I needed a lot. I told her, I'm sorry, babe. This is why.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
I'll get you a G-Wagon.
Exactly. Because I don't want to hear, I only said I'm sorry. Please follow it up with something because you stressed her out.
I stressed that.
Yeah.
I stressed that. Yeah. But it took me understanding my humanity again.
When that happened.
Because as a doctor, you are so exposed to the humanities, the weaknesses, the vulnerabilities of other people that you fail to realize that
you are also human.
You're also human. So you think, oh, now I'm superhuman. I go 24 hours without sleeping.
Yeah. I'm good.
Me and you are nuns.
Yeah.
But then again, you realize, I need people to actually help me to the bathroom.
At the time, because of
yeah. So I needed people to help me to the bathroom. I needed people to help me do basic stuff.
Oh.
And that.
Yeah. That. Talking about that, remember we talked about where do we find that merge between God and medicine? Mm-hmm. How have you found the balance, or you're still sometimes asking questions?
I still ask a lot of questions. I am a very inquisitive person. So I question a lot. I don't want to take what you said blindly. Show me the evidence.
How does then faith work?
So,
because you're a Christian.
Yes. Faith, for me, here's what faith means. Faith means that whatever I'm going through is settled.
I'm going through it, I know that it will be settled. Or it is, or
it's settled.
Okay.
I'm just walking into it.
Okay.
Will there be difficulties? Yes.
Okay.
But has it been settled?
It has.
It has. And it's easy for me to approach faith on that level. I'm telling you how I deal with faith. But if you tell me I don't have a headache, and you say that, hey,
is it my enemy has a headache?
We are going to have problems. Because what do you mean you don't have a headache?
You do have a headache.
You do have a headache.
Yeah.
But the whole situation of you having a headache, when it comes to Christianity, has already been settled.
The headache is settled.
Yes, the headache has been settled. You're not supposed to be in pain because Jesus has already died from that.
Okay.
Right? And so you demanding what has already been paid for. Let me use analogies because I like analogies. You have $1 million in your account.
Okay.
I do too. That's faith speaking. Now.
Yes.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you could be broke or not know that you have that $1 million when all you need to do is probably bring out your phone and make a transfer.
Yeah.
Or walk to the ATM and slot it in. But we, as some people, think that faith just means speaking, I have $1 million and expecting it to
the $1 million to stay in your...
You have to do the work of either doing the transfer or going to the ATM and doing that work. But has it been paid for? Yes.
It has definitely been paid for.
So when it came to that situation where I was sick, I knew that my healing was settled.
Okay.
It was. Would I go through all the stages? Yes. But never in those stages did I ever doubt
that you were healed.
That I was healed.
So what are the questions you have as a medical practitioner as against being a Christian?
So the questions I had as a medical practitioner is in medicine, we're taught prognosis.
Mm.
And prognosis is, there are certain chances. We think that 9 out of 10 times this person dies.
Okay.
However, we do not do certainties. So
Medicine does not do certainties.
Yes, not going to tell you this is exactly. We'll tell you the prognosis based on the chances, based on the number of people that we've seen that have this condition. A lot of them die.
Oh.
So your prognosis doesn't really look good.
Medicine will say that.
Medicine will say that.
Okay.
And that's what I've been taught.
Okay.
It's how I've been trained. It's how I'm supposed to interact with patients. Now, it is my responsibility to also tell them that on paper, your prognosis doesn't look good.
As a Christian.
It's bad. However, as a Christian, Jesus has died for this. And if you can demand on that purchase that was made, you will be healed.
Are you allowed to tell your patients that Jesus has paid the price for? Is this ethical or allowed for you to say that even outside you?
It is unethical to actually push religious beliefs on your patients, because they came to you for your medical care. They didn't come to you for your spirituality.
I understand.
For that, we have
push that aside.
We have spiritual leaders. But we're not trying to. So what we usually not what we usually do. I would try as much as I can to find out every way I can help a patient.
Yeah.
And one of the ways to do that is to actually find, do you need spiritual help?
Oh, you do you ask that?
I can connect you with someone.
Okay.
Right? There are people who can actually help you through this journey. There are people who say, "Oh, I need the presence of a priest as I'm going."
Yeah.
It's not your job to go get the person.
But you know what? There are priests who do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also, I want my pastor with me at this particular point in time. It could be the support system, your emotional support, your spiritual support. But we're not going to say, oh, because it's spiritual, we're going to take it completely out of the picture.
Yeah.
Because no. As long as you can find something to help you deal with this.
Isn't that what it's about, really?
Exactly.
But again, I'm still asking you personally, what questions do you have as a doctor, knowing that you're a Christian, that you still ask and say, I'm trying to make sense, because you rationalize, and how is there something that is still in the world, in your life, or in medicine that you say, I'm asking how?
Unfairness. The fact that, okay, so let's look at it this way. When people give testimonies, there's almost this lack of empathy that comes with it.
With testimonies?
Yeah. And it's probably in this part of the world. I don't want to assume. Oh, we had an accident, now only me survived. I'm like,
should the person not have told that testimony?
I'm not saying you don't share testimony. Don't get me wrong. But it's almost like, oh, I'm special. And others aren't. And maybe it's also because of my makeup as a person. I want to have at least some bits of equity or fairness in the world. So what are the systems that led to those deaths? Can they be?
Why didn't that person's grace cover the rest?
You could also say that. Why is it just that single person? Are you saying that the remaining 99 people
don't deserve to be alive?
They didn't deserve to be alive. But then again, you now come to realize that you trying to do that, but like I said, these are my personal battles. You trying to explain the world from your own perspective is wrong.
It is. As a Christian, and also difficult.
It's also very difficult because you don't know the whole picture.
No.
You don't have the whole picture. You're a piece in the puzzle. Yep. Human beings overestimate how important we are.
What did that guy say? We're a pencil in the...
You're not that important in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
You're really not that important. If the place in which we're shooting this video is less than a speck of dust in the entire universe.
Absolutely.
But here we are. trying to explain the world and the universe from your own limited perspective. And so sometimes it's easier to, I'm handing over control to you, God.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. But that does not mean I'm not going to stop to try to
ask questions sometimes.
But I'm handing over control to you.
Okay, I can take that. I find the balance in that. Let's talk about your app.
Yes.
Yes, because
If I leave my dad to see the redness mess,
Why?
show me shaking.
The
Building.
because I see that app is also purpose driven
It's also purpose driven.
as well.
Yeah. And when we look at Nigeria, right, and the way Nigeria is structured, we kind of assume that Nigerians don't understand or don't like healthcare. We don't like to pay for healthcare. That's not true. When people are sick, they seek for help.
When you're sick, you know that
Yes.
I don't want to die. Yeah, I need help.
However, healthcare is expensive and the cost should be borne by someone. In an ideal society, it's borne by the government, taxpayers' money. And that's where you tend to have things like universal healthcare, where people can go to the hospital and come out without going broke. In this part of the world, no, we're not there yet. And so the people who are paying the brunt of this are the people who are the low class and the middle class income earners. And because of this, when we say things like people are one sickness away from poverty, it's basically just that.
Yeah.
You couple that with the fact that a lot of doctors are leaving Nigeria
Oh yeah.
in droves.
Oh yeah.
And aside from brute force, there's almost nothing you can do to stop it.
Even brute force.
Even
They will
brute force.
still escape.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it means that every country in the world is actually dealing with a shortage of doctors. And now we have artificial intelligence that has actually been shown to be as accurate, sometimes even more accurate than doctors.
Yeah.
But here's also the problem. It's happening in this other parts of the world, and it feels like Africa or Nigeria. Africa is a second thought in the conversation.
Yeah.
Nobody brings us into it
thinking
until
about
it's
it.
developed properly.
Yeah.
And then you
You
know,
don't remember
okay,
you.
Africans,
Come and test.
come on board, come
Yeah.
and test. And you realize that it wasn't built for us. When we bring healthcare in, we've also realized that a lot of people who actually need this healthcare are the people who are the low and low middle income class levels. They need doctors. They need access to healthcare. Actually, healthcare that understands them. If you go to Google and you put rash, for instance, until a couple of years ago, you were not included in that conversation.
Rash.
Yeah, skincare diseases.
Oh.
Yes. Until a couple of years ago, most times, for example, when we look at there's when you're trying to diagnose, I think it's meningitis, especially in a child, you could take a piece of glass or a bottle and you press it against the child's skin and you see those dots, right?
Oh.
It's actually what we use to diagnose, especially when it starts to have some skin eruptions. But that only works in somebody who is very light skinned.
Exactly.
How
True.
do you do that? I'm scared.
Mm.
So it means that even when you're thinking about diagnosis, Africans are not included in the conversation. And so we came together and we said, okay, Aproko Doctor cannot be everywhere at the same time. Aproko Doctor cannot see everybody at the same time. We need to build something that's able to attend to everyone at the same time with accurate information that is designed for them. We decided to come up with our doc because even the purpose is in the name.
My doctor.
So, and then it's in your hand. You don't have a long waiting list. It's also to connect you with healthcare services. So if you want drugs, you can get drugs. If you want to see a doctor, you can see a doctor after sticking to a doctor. If you just want clarity on what you do about your health, they can give that to you. Daily reminders that I will not be able to do that. Because at some point, when you build a system that is able to solve a problem, you have build something that has gone beyond you.
Way beyond you. Generational.
Exactly. And I see you doing that with Dak. And there are certain people who just want the limelight on them all the time. But no, if you're going to help more people,
the limelight is for them, truly. They need to be in the limelight so people can even help them. Because you cannot do it alone.
Exactly.
So you need that. How do you feel knowing that 30,000 people are waiting to use this app right now? And as we're going, I'm sure The numbers are climbing.
What people are citing.
Yeah.
It's
How does that make you feel?
Finding out that our wait list was 30,000 actually gave me the impression, not gave me the impression, but gave me the validation that you're on the right track. You're building something that people actually want. Need. This is something that people need in their lives. And the beautiful thing about it is it's on your WhatsApp. So you don't need to download an extra app.
So I'll take your data. I say I don't have data.
Just open your WhatsApp and talk as you would talk to a doctor. Because we've realized that meet the people where they are.
Yep.
Don't try to bring them somewhere.
Absolutely.
So also realize that in points of emergency, if you ask almost anybody here and anybody who is in this room, nobody in an emergency starts to open an app.
Exactly. Like,
WhatsApp, who do we reach?
Exactly. And so when they open WhatsApp, our dog is there.
Exactly. So
fantastic.
our dog, I'm thinking about our dog is becoming a 911 for Nigeria.
Yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
The 911 for Nigeria. You want ambulances. Our dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all. You just go there, tell you what you want, answer the few questions, and it gets.
And then get see.
Immediately. I have an incredible team,
I'm so proud of you. I'm inspired. And I hope that this thing that you started will get so big away from you. And the world will know that this purpose that you have started is God-given. It's not just you. It is God. And it's only God that can make it as big or bigger than you ever wish, dreamed, or hope for. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to our Dear Ife series. Now we're getting to the part of the story.
Okay.
You know how we do. First, we have to take a pledge. Many women have told me that they're careful about the kind of skincare products they put on their body when they are pregnant. The Dang Lifestyle Glow Getter all got you. It will help you reduce pigmentation on your stomach, your arm, your neck, and it will help you reduce stretch marks as well. It has vitamin C, licorice root oil. All of this will help you reduce pigmentation. Like most of pregnant women have told me that they want to do. Use this code to get 10% off on danglifestyle.com. Shall we pledge? Everybody ready or no? I, Ife Dayo, promise to be kind, to be honest, and to not ask Ife who wrote in the story. Thank you. Why does everybody look at that one? No, I'm not going to tell you what's in the story. So I'm just going to read. Yes, I'm going to read the story. Dear Ife, I hope you see this post. I see it. My wedding is in December and I've been excitedly preparing for it. But there is this issue that feels like a bone stuck in my throat. My fiance's younger sister has a son out of wedlock who is about 6 years old. For some reason, the baby daddy was never in the picture. According to the fiancé, out of sympathy and the need to protect the boy from other kids who were teasing him, he told the boy that he is the father when he was like 3 years old. That was before he met. The boy's school, church records, etc. carry my fiance's name as the father. He also calls him daddy and calls his real mom auntie. Their family seems okay with the twisted arrangements. I told him I wasn't comfortable, but he insisted there is nothing wrong and he would tell him when he is older. I personally think it is messed up to do that to a kid. Plus, I feel some type of way hearing the boy call him daddy. Are my feelings valid?
She said there's bone stuck in her throat.
Embrace it, this one do bro.
No, it's not fish bone.
It's not. This is a fast fish bone.
This is a whole leg of chicken.
I know.
It's a whole leg of chicken stuck down somewhere.
Yeah. What's the psychological effect on this child? Knowing this information that you have now. What do you think?
It depends on how old this child is.
He's 6 now.
6 now.
Yeah.
The child understands the concept of the units of the family and has adopted his uncle
as a daddy,
as a dad.
But the child doesn't know.
But the child doesn't know. And I feel like the injustice is on the child. So, someone can play a father figure without being a dad. I also think that I don't know why that seemed a good idea as at the time.
To call the mother auntie.
To call the mother
and
auntie.
the uncle father.
But here's what I see. Even calling this is just being presumptuous. Calling the mother auntie, and then I feel like there was a need to protect the ego of one parent or the other. Because mom is mom. Mom should not be aunts.
Yes, that's
But-
that's why it's a bone.
Yes. That's why it's a bond.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't call uncle and daddy mommy and daddy. Sorry, and
Mommy,
you
I
can't
see. I didn't ever think about it like that.
because
Would you call the aunt?
and brother and sister? So I
see.
can't call you mommy and daddy.
Oh, I never thought about it.
Yeah. So there's auntie
There's
now.
that.
So who exactly is my mother? Because no one asked that question, right? I feel like the needs of the child were not placed first.
Yeah.
More the needs of the mother.
Or the mother or the uncle to
Or the
protect.
uncle, yes.
So the intention was to protect this just.
Somebody wanted to protect the child. But still, there are other ways you can protect the child without... When people ask questions at some point, that child was going to ask question, where is my dad?
If they say the child doesn't have dad, would they not say the child doesn't have mom? Because at this point now, you not have dad.
Exactly.
Where's
Because now you have an auntie. And I also think that she coming into the
situation?
into the situation now puts the responsibility of mother on her. And the question now is it something she's ready for? Especially couples. That you have to know if you're ready for something. And having the responsibility of a child thrust on you,
yes,
even before you get in, it would have been a different thing if she just took on the responsibility willingly. I don't know. It's a bone she has to deal with.
This is a red flag.
This is a red flag for me.
If she was your friend, you tell her.
For me, if she was my friend, I'll tell her this is a red flag. It's a red flag because this already seems to be a culture of non-transparent conversations in that family.
I feel bad. Like, see, what I'm still processing in my head is when you said, no, you can't call aunt, brother and sister daddy, and so I'm beginning to rationalize why. It doesn't make it right. But I'm just trying to say, you can't call, everybody knows their brother and sister. Why are they not down for their daddy? I kind of get that. Do you think that is because Nigerians are not yet used to adoption? Like the process of saying, I actually adopted this child. I don't have to be the father of biological, but
yes.
I can adopt a child.
There's also something I'm seeing that is probably not spoken about yet. Probably the reason the lady is still spoken of as auntie is we live in a culture that's the fact that you had a child
Out of
wedlock kind of reduces your value as a human being. So in order to protect or
let her find husband in future.
Call her auntie, not call her mommy. And whether we like it or not, we can't ignore it. It's there. There's also that of adoption. Adoption in this part of the world, we're still a very cultural. I think the word to use is AK culture.
Yep.
Because one thing, culture is story that was told to you by people that text.
You don't need that gone. Build your own culture. Create your
cultures. Create your culture. So long as we can come together and agree on something, it becomes culture. It's for me, the red flags for me is the fact that yes, I understand the need to protect the child, but I still believe in transparency all through. And if that culture is already there, you can wake up tomorrow and there's another story that nobody ever told you. And then you're probably like 10 years into the marriage and there's no way out for you. No, let me not say there's no way out. Like,
there's always a way.
There's always a way out, but it is not harder to make a decision, especially at that point.
Since you talk about culture, I'm just going to pivot quickly to the fact that these ladies sees the need, I don't know, to make this a thing? Because I feel like abroad, these things are, I'm not supporting the guy, but I'm just saying that abroad, these things are like, oh, you are adopting the child. It doesn't matter what the child calls you. Is that a cultural thing too, that we can't accept these things as what they are? I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but
I like that kind of argument. But then again, there's a reason it feels like a bone in the throat. A conversation would have been, this is my sister's child, and I have adopted the child as mine.
That would have been a better conversation.
That's a better conversation. Is this something you're willing to deal with?
Yes. I like it.
Not,
this is what it is.
this is what it is, oh. I'm not the child's father, but the child thinks I'm the father.
Are you asking me if I'm okay with this?
This is my sister's child. Here are the circumstances leading to that, but I have adopted the child as mine.
Yeah.
So in other words, I already have a child.
Yeah.
Because an adopted child is yours.
Yeah.
You decided to say, yes, so I already have a child.
Yeah.
Are you willing? It's now dependent on her to decide to take on or not to take him.
Imagine that this happened to you. I know you're married, but imagine that you're single and it happened to you and you're dating somebody and somebody's calling them mommy and you find out that the child is not the mommy, but they said, let's do that so that somebody else can be protected. Would you go into that with understanding?
There is an opportunity to tell me what else I don't know again.
At that time?
At that time.
What if it was nothing else? What if that's what it is?
I will try.
Because you are suspicious now.
Yes.
Why?
The conversations are not transparent. If you can lie to the child, you can lie to me. I know the line was for a good cause, sort of, right? But
so you rather both of you tell the child the truth and still continue to lead that?
Yes. Okay, bring that child, sit the child down, have a conversation, and now say, do you want to join us? Look, because I feel that at a certain age, that child should be able to understand certain perceptions.
At 6 years old.
Yeah, 6 years old. Yeah, you can.
That's young.
That's very young, Sha. Why is this convoluted?
That's young. Because, yeah.
But I know kids who have asked questions, where's my dad?
Yes, I agree.
And they've been told.
Even at that young age, yes.
Yes, even at that young age, they've asked. And I'm sure probably the child started asking, but the kids will have asked, where's my dad?
Sure.
The other kids in school have been insulting me because my daddy is not around.
Yeah.
And somebody says, no, your daddy is no longer around. But that does not mean that, that's where you start to build the sense of confidence, especially in a child that young, that's knowing that my value as a person is not dependent on circumstances. Yes.
No. So that's the psychological impact I was asking you.
Yes, that's an opportunity to build a certain kind of confidence in that child. Or else, they start to think of other things as validation for their own being as persons. Oh, I don't have a dad. And all of a sudden,
that means I'm not.
Does that not?
I'm lesser.
Yes, I'm lesser. No, there's an opportunity. But then again, I believe in a concept that people cannot do beyond what they know.
Sure.
So you can't blame, quote and unquote, the people who made that decision at that time because they made the decision based on the amount of information that was available to them.
You do better when you know better.
Exactly.
I agree. What are your thoughts towards adoption? Is it something you would do?
Definitely. However, there are certain things that might influence my decision. One of which is the age of a child. And not necessarily the age per se, right? The age is not necessarily a factor, more like, are there certain issues I can deal with? Because whether we like it or not, everybody comes into your life with something. Right? And some people just like, oh, I just want to be living on anything, so that if we just think of me as the only parent he knows.
Yes.
Right? That's fine. But there are other people who have certain stories. If you could tell that there is something, if you can recognize that there is something, a very strong example that I will give is Sunday Onokoya, Chess and Slums.
You can see the amount of kids he's training.
Yeah.
Exactly. Someone like that, especially some of those boys, the topic of adoption is on the table, right?
Yeah.
But there's something, right? I would not say just adopt because you want to fill in a need, and the need is
So having a child.
yes, I just want to have the child around.
But that's
I get
the only option for some people.
yes, but it's nuanced for me. Like you said, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I'm giving you my thoughts. Yes, I do not want to force my need
On a child.
on a child. If we like it or not, relationships come with expectations. I expect something from you. You expect something from me. We may not verbally say it, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's somewhere. It shows up in my actions, shows up in my behaviors. Why exactly do you want a child? Is it to fill a vacuum? Or is it, like you said, psychologically? Why are we asking this question?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just thinking. Once you marry, have Pekin.
Yeah.
Once you have Pekin, do this. Once you have, but if you
Or you must have
really
Pekin.
ask, you must have Pekin. But you must really ask yourself,
Do I
And
want to
not
be a
be-
parent?
and not be afraid of the
On that
answers.
answer that comes to you.
Exactly. Do I really want to be a parent? Yes. Why do I want to be a parent? Is it because society assumes that I should be a parent? Or because I want to be
I
a
want
parent?
to be a parent. I want to pass whatever I have.
Why do I want to be a parent? This. Is it because my parents have modeled good parenthood to me? Or is it because there are some people who are parents, quote and unquote, biologically, they are not ready to be parents psychologically?
We've been knew that. So many.
What do we say about that?
Yeah. So many.
That kind of person, you should never bring you into the topic of adoption.
Yeah.
Because you're not ready.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't have it.
You don't have it. So, are there certain things that you've seen in yourself that you might inherently pass along to this child? Because whether we like it or not, children learn by observation.
Yes.
So, if you have a temper,
Yeah.
if you don't deal with it, if you don't model correctly, so like I said, it's not something you just jump into because you have to ask yourself questions and not be afraid of the answers. And the beautiful thing is that the answers are different for everybody. The answers for me are different from the answers for you. But if you're honest with yourself, you actually know why you're doing so.
Why you genuinely want kids? Absolutely. I love it. Can I ask you, why you want kids?
Why do I want kids? There's a word I'm trying to put. I think the word is to give. I want to give someone some.
We all know that, we have certain things. But I want to give somebody something. It could be the gift of myself. It could be the gift of legacy. It could be the gift of lessons. Just someone else that you could pour into. But the question now becomes, why are you not doing that now? Why are you waiting until you have a kid?
So you want to pour into someone, and you're already pouring outside. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're already giving of yourself.
Yes.
So what makes that kind of giving different than what you're already doing?
A child requires your attention, but not just attention, devotion. And there's certain times I've asked myself, am I willing to do that now? I am godfather to 3 kids at the moment. And sometimes I evaluate my relationship with them because we just take godfatherism.
Oh, it's not that
They just-
depending
just
happens
take
to that
They
person.
just take godfatherism as a tick on the box. Like,
Yes.
it happened to me or meet uncle.
But then again, you took an oath when you were the
When you were-
godfather of
yeah.
this child. You say you were going to also be responsible for the
Yes.
upbringing. How many times have you called the parent of this child? So those are metrics in which I base myself. And from time to time, I find myself falling short in some of these things. I'm not 100% in all of them. And when I do, I say, okay, you know what? Let's pick up this. I pick it up. I say, okay, bring me up to date. What's happening?
What can happen
Like, can
with
I
this child?
comment?
Yeah.
What's going on? can I have more physical interaction with this child? Oh, I go visit you. Because it's not just to be godfather in me. Because if you have the same attitude towards
other children,
what makes you think that after the euphoria of, say, your baby in this state, that all of a sudden it's going to change? I know people who are terrible parents. The kids have no amount of devotion from them whatsoever. So, have I started? Yes. And I know that I'm going to be a learning parent.
Because I don't think you can know everything as we go. We're all learning as we go.
But I'll be a learning parent. I will try as much as I can not to give injuries that would...
Trauma. Trauma. That will go with the child.
Yeah.
So, devotion is what makes it different.
Yeah, devotion is what makes it different.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today. We have learned a lot, as you already know. I'm going to summarize this story for you before we end this series. This lady wrote in and said that her dear fiance, whom she loves and is excited to get married to, there's one bone stuck in her throat. He has a nephew that calls him daddy. And the nephew, the mother of that boy, calls his own mom auntie. I mean, based on our conversation today, we've been able to understand why. I didn't understand that before when I was reading it. But she said she's worried that why should she go into that kind of family with such heaviness and lie in between that situation. Those of you who are watching, please let me know. What's your opinion? Give it to me in the comments. Before we say over to you, I have a gift.
Oh, I like gifts.
You like?
I like gifts.
And of course, we know where the gift is coming from.
Aha! Sunglass. No protection.
I said more protection. Yes, we have you a dime gift. Just to say thank you for coming, to appreciate you, and we hope that you like what's inside.
Yeah, before I even cross this page, what they just say camera cut.
Yeah, you also.
I've done it.
Thank you so much for coming. Guys, please let me know what you think in the comments, and also what you think about all of the revelations that Aproko Doctor has given us today. Dear Dan community members, and those of you watching, over to you. Tell them over to them.
Disclaimer, not to get sense like that. So, just take everything I say with future thoughts.
Over to them.
Over to you.
Did you like this episode? Don't forget to comment, like, share, and click the subscribe button. To watch another episode of Dear Ife Series, click here.